Birthday to you, all of us. Dr. Jim Colvin, take on the stage, and I want to invite all the children to come up here and join you. So any children that are in the house, come on up on the stage, be part of things, and I just invite you. Come on up. We've got a story to be read. Jim, always a joy, even if your Chargers won today. I mean, your Raiders. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, the Raiders won today.
Yeah, hey, they don't even know I do that, Jim.
Wow. Wow, we got a great crowd. So yeah, I didn't realize it had been that long since Paul asked me to step in. And I remember at the time I said, just this year, because I want you back. I'll cover for you this year. So it's become a tradition for me on the afternoon that we're going to do this, that I have a little chat with Paul. And this afternoon it felt great because all I heard was, you got this, go do it. So God bless you. So, and we're reading from the book that Paul got to read to Trevor when Trevor was a little boy. So it's especially sweet treat. Okay, everybody ready? Okay, good. Okay. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, that's like a do-rag that they wear, and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn, thanks, Rebecca. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. That's like the curtains. Didn't throw them up, but threw them back. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to all the objects below. When what to my wandering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver, so lively and quick, knew in a moment must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came. Coursers are real fast horses. And he whistled and shouted. There you go. Okay, take 2. And he whistled. Okay, and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricanes fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur. It was fake fur, faux fur, not the real stuff. From his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler. That's like a bicycle salesman. Think about it. Okay. Looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. Great job. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Okay, now you know, now after going through this, now you get the real fun. You get to sing Jingle Bells with Rebecca.
Ready to sing some Jingle Bells? Come on, here we go. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits rise. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one-horse open sleigh. Good job! Very nice. Go ahead and take your seats. Keep those little jingle bells, y'all. Yeah. All right. All right.
Children's choir that's coming up on this stage to keep that childlike energy going.
Yes, there we go. Good job, guys. Well, we heard Rosie sing for us, and she also directs a kids choir. Would you say kids choir, youth choir?
Well, fifth grade and up.
Fifth grade and up. So youth. Fifth grader, children's, all the babies. They came here and were part of our pledge program, and they blessed us then, and so we asked them to come back. So, Rosie and kids, take it away.
Starless night, 'neath the sky so bright.
Rosie Dawn and her children's choir. Oh my. It just brings up such just fun memories of my age, standing on stage and doing performances, and oh, it just makes my heart sing. It's wonderful. Now, you know better. You cannot follow a child on the stage, let alone a full choir of children. So I need some guys to help me out right now. This is what has become a legendary moment in the unfoldment of the Candlelight service at Seaside. It has been done at all 29 services, and people have asked me, where in the world did this Boston Charlie thing come from? Well, it came from my living room. My dad and the guys, I think they were imbibing a little bit in their earlier days, and there was this comic strip called Pogo, and they did something called Boston Charlie. And so all the guys come up on stage, help me sing this year. It's gotten out of control. It is truly one of those momentous moments in the evening's unfoldment. It's an all-guy club and experience for sure. All men, we need you. We have got the words for this. You don't have to remember it from year to year. And if we run out, you can see ya. You can look over their shoulder. Hey, how's it going there? Glad you're here. Oh my, this is good. So this year, I learned I had to come down onto the ground, because in the past, the singing began to unfold and it would go waves across the stage. And it doesn't work that way. And I probably should have taken choir leading directions from Rosie, since I have never done this before. But guys, I want to assure you that at Seaside, what goes on under the mistletoe stays under the mistletoe. So, are you ready? Ready. Okay. Now, I've never done this before, but the key is we need to sing together. We haven't done this in the last couple years. So I guess watch my mouth, because I don't think my hands, but hey, give me an A. A D. Hey, are you ready? Deck the halls with Boston Charlie, Walla Walla Wash and Kalamazoo. Nose were freezing on the trolley, Swallow Dollar California. Oh, we know our way, a barrel, lullaby, little boy, little blue. Trolley, Molly, don't love Harold, Now that we got it down, should we do it one more time? One more time? Okay, here we go. Deck the halls with Boston Charlie, Walla Walla Wash and Kalamazoo. Nose were freezing on the trolley, Swallow Dollar Cauliflower Oligaroo. Oh, we know our carry a barrel, lullaby, lily boy, lily baloo. Trolley Molly, don't love Harold. Bulla, Pascagoula, Hullabaloo. Hey! Woo! We did it this year. Hey, good going. Hey, welcome, man. Woo! Good job up there, man. Hey, Steve, man. Yeah, you too. Good job, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Woo! Good going. Timothy, man. Who's on the cameras? Good to see you. Good, Joe, you're welcome. Thank you. Woo! How did we do this year?
I think it was really good.
Yeah, were we all singing like the same words at the same time?
Something like that.
That's good.
Similar words at similar times.
Man, I don't understand half of them, but you know. So, hey, we've got this other like momentous moment in the service.
Yes.
One that everyone looks forward to every year.
Yes.
Yeah, and so it is the 12 days of Christmas.
Not 11 days.
No. Though there's only be 11 parts in one partridge.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's 11 plus 1.
There we go.
Okay, higher math, you know. So anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to break this room up into about 10 different parts, because 5 golden rings, we're all going to sing together. We're going to stand up, do that ring. So what's going to happen is you're going to sing your part, you're going to stand up when you sing that part. And it's that simple. I mean, if you're birds, you can flap or what have you. But you get to stand up. So we're going to have 2 turtle doves. So I think the kids' choir should take on the 2 turtle doves. How about that whole section take on the 2 turtle doves?
There we go.
Okay. And we got 3 French hens.
Yes.
How about that back part? Yeah, you guys waving from there back. You guys get to be 3 turtle doves.
3 French hens.
Oh, 3 French hens. 4 calling birds. This half up here, about halfway back, 4 calling birds. 4 calling birds. Everybody's going to stand and go. Then this front section here gets to be 6 ski sleighing. You get to be 7. And then, let's see, this middle section back here, you get to be 8 maids of milking. There you go. And way back that side, yep, you get to be 9 ladies dancing. This middle section gets to be 10 lords a leaping. 11 pipers piping is this back section, right? You don't have anything yet. That's everyone, yes? So 12 will all sing together. 12 drummers drumming. You got your parts? We got it? We good to go?
We'll try. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Wait.
Yes.
We forgot the partridge.
Oh, that's kind of important.
Drum roll, please. Well, no drum roll. So much for having drummers this year. Okay, here it is. This is the part that people wait all year long for, is to find out who the partridge is. And this year is probably one of the most highly visible individuals at Seaside. She is dressed for winter tonight, and I want to ask you to invite me to the stage. Drum roll, please. Susan Sullivan. Get a microphone here. Got it? I got it. So when we get to and a partridge in a pear tree, Susan provided these snowballs for everybody. So when we get, check. There we go. So when we get to a partridge in a pear tree, get quiet, because Susan's going to sing a solo for each time we get there. Okay? Maybe on the last time we can all sing together, but here we go.
All right, here we go. And we'll all sing together this part. You ready? On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree? Yeah. All right.
On the second day of
Christmas, my true love gave to me and a partridge in a pear tree. There we go. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me French hens and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, everybody, 5 wings and a partridge in a pear tree. You better sing the song. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese away. Everybody, 5 golden On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. Where's our tens? On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. How many more days? Nice. Yeah. Oh, there we go. They've been drinking. Everybody. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 rings. Piping. Woo! There we go. 9. Dance away. For the last time, everybody.
Stepping in to the most coveted role at Seaside. Dr. Kathy Hearn, your turn next year, right? Jim brings his whole sharing section there. This is good. This is good. It is. Hey, you can have that back. You know what? We're going to start moving into the candle time. And so what I want to do before I share a few words of inspiration is just it's opportunity to share our gift and our offering is to take the collection for the candlelight service and just ask you to open your heart and allow your spirit to move you at this time. For as we give, it comes back, but that's not what it's about. It's about like taking a candle and lighting a light and watching the whole room become illumined, and you don't become less, but you become so much more. You become that activity that the Spirit is expressing and doing. And so I invite you to listen to your heart and to feel the joy of this season and recognize that that blessing, that joy that comes from bringing good to others just uplifts you. It is the magic. It is the opportunity. So I invite you to listen to your heart and to take your gift from that heart place. I want to invite our ushers to come forward at this time. And I don't know, Marv, do we have an affirmation of abundance to share together here? This is beautiful. And so I want to say thank you to this wonderful crew of spirit and joy and love. And I'll share this prayer from my heart just with a sense of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, that as we come together on this wonderful solstice time, this almost eve of the Christmas, this first night of Hanukkah, we celebrate the Kwanzaa, we celebrate Hanukkah, we celebrate the return of that light. And so we feel that emergence of that light within our heart and our soul, and we begin to allow that to move forth in our givingness. And in this sharing of our love, we find that we are truly blessed and rich, for truly we have stepped into the wonderful flow of life. So with joy, we share this good that has graced our world, and we continue to find the ever-expanding greater good having its way as our life. And so it is. Amen. And together, let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the gate of the fluent flow of greater good as my life now.
spirit, we'd like to welcome Michael Paul Smith up to sing a beautiful song.
Thank you. Hello, good evening, Seaside. Good evening, Seaside. Oh, come on. It's a wonderful evening. So good to be here and to share in this lovely, lovely evening and event. I wish for you this evening peace, peace, peace. Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere, olden times and ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere, Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere, Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Ooh. Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer, fun for all that children call their favorite time of year. Hey, Charlie Brown, good to see you, man.
Thank you, Michael Paul. My goodness. Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful moment. Charlie Brown made me think of a Bart Simpson line when he's talking about getting older. He says, you know you're getting older when Santa Claus is starting to look younger. Yeah, it's a time of being kids and that youthfulness. And Bob Hope said that people who throw kisses are hopelessly lazy. And you know, what is it that allows that childness to disappear inside of us? You know, that light. And so, you know, can we turn the lights off in the back in the house, and just so we can begin to set the stage and the consciousness for that spirit to emerge? Because I want us to feel that childlike. I mean, how sad it is to wake up on a Christmas morning and not be a kid anymore. And who made that decision as to when that age is? You know, I still get stockings, so I still believe in Santa Claus. You know, it's like I'm committed. I mean, you know, it's when did one grow so old that they no longer look out at the night sky on Christmas Eve? You know what? What happened that you're not outside in the crisp air looking up the stars and wondering about the magic that is there? You know, because when you came into this world, you were a believer. You knew that there was a spirit, that was more, there was a light about you. There is Hawaiian lore that the kahunas talk about in the Huna philosophy, that every child that is born into this world is born as a bowl of light, that there is a light there that shines bright. It reflects the heavens. You know, you can watch a child, a little infant, just sleep and be mesmerized, just watching them sleep and do nothing. And as they get a little older, they're still somehow walking with part of their being in heaven, because you can be mesmerized just with them playing and filling the room with their excitement and their childness. But something happens, as these Kahuna masters talk about, is that in this bowl of light, all of a sudden these stones get added to it. You know, it could be fear. It could be sadness, it could be anxiety, it could be disappointment, but all of a sudden this bright light begins to be impeded, and that free-flowing expression of that light is no longer there. All of a sudden there's only a trickle of light that is coming out, and you see people later in life, you ever see them, they're like heavy because they're carrying these stones of pain and shame and guilt and depression, and they're trying to walk through this world. But the beauty of our philosophy is about this light is not something you go out there and try to get. It's not a light that you go out and find in the world. It is a light that has always been with you, and all that you have got to do is to remove those stones from the bowl of your consciousness, the pain and the sadness. You don't have to make the light. What you've got to do is to remove those pieces that have been blocking it. I mean, a bird can't fly if it's got a rock tied to its back, nor can we fly if we're carrying these heavy stones. You've got to let them go. I remember my son, I live with him, but yeah, it was a long time ago when he actually used to walk on the beach with us. I don't know if, we made him walk on the beach with us even then, but yeah, I don't know. But it was maybe, 5 or 6, and he used to walk down at Cardiff Beach with us, and he loved stones, rocks that sparkled. And I remember he would pick these stones up, and he always wore sweatpants, still wears sweatpants, and he put these little rocks in his pocket, and they were just little rocks, but the more rocks he put into his pocket, the more these pockets began to be weighed down, and before long the weight in his pockets pulled these stretch pants halfway down his butt, which I guess is a very cool statement. He was cutting edge fashion there, but he would get to that point and just not walk anymore. And then he would do that universal signal where he would reach out his arms like this, Daddy, carry me. And I would look at him with his pants down to his knees and say, you know what, son? You got to get rid of those rocks from your pocket before I'm going to pick you up and carry you. And that's what Spirit is saying, is you got to get rid of the rocks that you have put into that bowl of light that you are, that Spirit, that light that you are. You're the prodigal kid, if you would, returning home. And this is a holiday that is reminding you to experience the joy, that is reminding you to be childlike again so you can be that light. That Christ presence, it is the birth of the Christ presence. And just because you've had the pain or the shame or the challenges in your life doesn't mean that it denies you from your greatness. The challenges in your life are your doorway to your greatness. It is the portal to what it is you're here to do. Jesus, he had a pretty tough end to his life if you stop to think what he went through. But if it was when he stepped through that he became that Christ expression. Christ isn't his last name, and Christ isn't this one person, but rather Ernest Holmes, the founder of this philosophy, talks about that Christ spirit, that Christ principle, that Christ expression that is seeking to birth itself in all of us. And when we have those tough times, that is not the time to give up and to lower your head because you have more of a burden to carry, but to realize that in this moment of darkness, you've got to know and believe in this light that's going to return. Last night, we celebrated the solstice, the longest night of the year in the northern hemisphere. And Callie and I through this wonderful ritual experience this week, and I love the solstice time, the winter time, because it's a turning within. It's going deeper. It is cocooning. It is nurturing. It is moving deeper. And as we hit the solstice, there's a celebration that the sun is returning. The nights aren't as long. But what I came to recognize in doing this ritual is that just because you have reached that moment where the sun returns doesn't mean, papa, it gets bright all of a sudden. It's like the womb of a mother who has a child, and it is a gestation period. You know that something new is happening, something better is about to birth, or something wonderful is about to birth itself, but there's still a process from when that light or that new experience or that greater possibility is showing up. And it is a time in which you have got to go a little bit deeper to hold on to the faith, to have a glimmer, a possibility, to catch a vision, and to trust and to nurture the unfoldment. And so as we are celebrating the return of the light, that Christ expression that is coming back through us, and it is showing up in the biggest challenges that we have, but it is the portal to something greater. It is up to us to usher that in and recognize that this Christ expression is a principle that is seeking to birth itself in all of us. It is there for us all to be the light to the world. It's there for all of us to know, and it's not an intellectual knowing that I'm talking about here. I love this Jesus story, this metaphor that has been played out since the beginning of recorded history about the light returning, but it is the story for all of us to recognize. And it's not a story to be talked about or philosophized. It is to be experienced. To recognize, you know what is the pain and the difficulty in my life? It's not stopping me from my greatness. It is the portal to the greater possibility. I'm going to lift my heads up to the heavens, the night sky at this time of the year, and to look for that magic sleigh, that divine delivery of a greater strength and possibility. I'm going to experience it. I'm going to have a realization. The Christ is not experience is a realization. It's not a thought. It's not a prophecy. It is not something that is preached. It is a personal realization. It is as if we're sitting in the dark house and all the blinds are pulled and it's dark inside, and so we got the lamp on, and we've got this artificial light, and we talk about the light and we talk about the sun, but not until we lift up the blinds do we experience the sun. Not until we open our heart do we begin to realize that there is light and a greater possibility that is seeking to birth itself in my life. And the only way it can come into my life is through me. The only way it can come into your life is through you. And it is through a realization that Christ's presence is a oneness with the presence of God. I am the way, I'm the light, I am the truth. That is what is being said about you, because what I have done, you can do too, and even greater things. But you're the one who's got to experience. It's you who's got to have this realization. And so in this time where the sun begins to birth itself in a new way, you've got to recognize that it doesn't just pa-da and all unfolds, but there is an unfolding that is taking place. And it is through the experience of sharing that which begins to show up in our light. That's sharing the light. And as you share the light and as I share the light, we are the ornaments of Seaside, if you would. The tree's got its ornaments. We are the ornaments and we are the light. And as we light a candle, someone else has the faith to light a candle, and someone else begins to have the hope to do that, and another one. And so last year we had Hannah sing the song Light a Candle, and you guys loved it so much that we asked her back to come sing this song this year, Light a Candle. And as she sings it, I invite you, when you're so moved, to light that flashlight that we gave you on the way in. Instead of giving you just a candle this year to melt wax around here, we have given you something actually that is usable. And so Hannah, you want to come on up here, and it just takes center stage. And so there's no time in which you're supposed to do it, but we're going to turn down the stage lights, and we're just going to darken the room a little bit. And when you are moved, just lift up your candle, lift up your light, lift up your flashlight. Steve, can we lower the stage lights, please? That is Hannah. That is Peggy Lebo's student. I just want to invite Rebecca out on the stage to keep this spirit going, keep that candle lit. I also want to say thank you to the wonderful ecclesiastical team, Dr. Kathy and Dr. Christina and Reverend Debbie, who's come back home this year. So welcome back.
That was beautiful, Hannah.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
I always cherish these moments when I get to sing with my beautiful mother. And I do too. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error, pining till He appeared, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill
Those lights down, man.
of hope, the weary world rejoicing. Yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine. Truly He taught us to love one another. His law is love, and His gospel is peace. Chains shall He break, for the slave is our brother.
was beautiful. Why don't we all remain standing and sing Silent Night together? And Leslie, stay up here and sing with us.
I know that song.
You do know that song.
What's the next song? Oh,
that one.
Is it that one already?
Yeah, well, it's that point already. Yeah, we're there.
Well,
all right.
Let there be peace on earth.
Let there be peace on earth, everybody.
And let it begin with me.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
All right. And so, join me in welcoming to our stage Santa Claus. Woo! And let's sing together.
Here we go.
There you go. We wish you.
Come on, Santa. Come on out, Santa.
Hey, Santa.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you and all of your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and see Santa Claus.